All right, LSU and Louisiana Tech, home opener for the Tigers, ranked number 3 in the country after a gigantic road win against Clemson a week ago. LSU's a 36.5-point favorite. You want to give a score pick or what you think is going to happen? I'm going to tell you what I'm watching in this game, but you can go ahead.
58 to 9.
Any standouts, anything you want to add, or just 58 to 9?
58 to 9. I don't want the starters to be playing in the third quarter. So I would like to see second 2s and 3s in the third and fourth quarter.
Okay.
I want to see Harlem Berry.
So there's 3 things that I am kind of keeping an eye on in this game. One is I do think, to that point, I do think you are going to see guys in this game that were not a major factor a week ago that are going to be important players for this team this year. One of them is Harlem Berry. He had 1 carry last week in the first half. It went for either no gain or 1 yard. I'm not sure how they officially scored it. But it was a day where you needed Caden Durham, and you needed Juwan Johnson. You needed to be creative in the running game with Xavier Thomas. And Nussmeier had 2 quarterback sneaks for a first down and a 10-yard keeper around right end for a first down. You are going to see Harlem Berry in this game, and it's going to be exciting to see him wiggle and get loose a little bit. Chris Hilton's another one. You were playing a Clemson team last week with a really good defensive front. Your new offensive line we talked so much about, they weren't going to have slow developing routes down the field. LSU lived in the short and intermediate range. They only attempted 3 passes beyond 20 yards in the air. That's where Chris Hilton lives. And this is going to be one of those games where you're going to have that opportunity. I think it'll be a big day for Chris Hilton on Saturday. Ashton Stamps didn't play a defensive snap. I think he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot for this team. It was just a circumstance where Mansour Delane was the best cornerback best player in the country last week defensively. DJ Pickett was awesome in his 25 snaps, and PJ Woodland, his versatility got him on the field. This is a game where I think you're going to see a lot of Ashton Stamps. And then the other one, like you mentioned, is Harlem Berry. So those 3 I think will be really interesting. I've mentioned it before, but I want to say it again. We could see history on Saturday. You could see all 3 Weeks brothers on the field at the same time. So Brian Kelly was asked about this on Thursday, said he's considered it, he's aware of it, and it's something that's never happened. You've had 3 brothers on the team at the same time with the Taylors. You had Jiren, Brandon, and Curtis Taylor all on the team at the same time, but never all on the field at the same time. This is a situation where Zach Weeks, who's a reclass, he should be in his senior year of high school. Like, he's going to redshirt this year. He graduated early so that he could play on the team with his brothers. So this is something, like a specific reason why he's here. And I think that's going to happen this year. And if it doesn't happen on Saturday against Tech, I think then it happens in a couple of weeks against Southeastern Louisiana. But if 35 goes on the field with 40 and 33, you'll see history Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, which I think is is pretty cool to be able to see that. Just something that circumstance isn't often going to allow for that. And I think when you look at what are the other things that you want to see, I think the depth on this offensive line is another thing that I think is important to continue to develop. We didn't see the 8 that Brian Kelly said we might see against Clemson. When Tyree Adams went out briefly, it was DJ Chester who went in, which tells you they had their starting 5, which was Mabenga was at left guard. But the next guy in at any position is going to be DJ Chester because he started 13 games. He's played a lot of football. He made all the calls as the center last year. He's a trusted veteran, so he's the next guy in. Well, what about Eccles? What about Carius Kern? Are we going to see the 5-star freshman who's most exclusively played at left tackle? Do we see him at left, right, at guard? That offensive line rotation is the other thing I want to see, because this is a game where you should get up early. You should get your starters out early. You should have an opportunity to play a lot of guys in this game. It's why, I hate these games, but it's why these games exist on the schedule. It's to catch a paycheck, to chalk up a win, to get some guys some rest, and to have an opportunity to go run a bunch of different guys out there, get them experience. So take advantage of that. With all due respect to Louisiana Tech, they were awful offensively a week ago. They scored 3 points in the first half against Southeastern. Tony Franklin is their offensive coordinator who's more of a run-first guy. I don't know that they're going to be able to get going offensively against this LSU defense. I think this is an overwhelming game. I'll pick it like 45-7, something like that. But this is a name your score. So, what will it be? But it's one of those where you want to see LSU play clean. You want to see some new guys get involved and get some young guys in that depth, some game experience on Saturday night in Tiger Stadium. So we both have the Tigers big, as do everybody, but just a few of the things that I'll be keeping an eye on Saturday night in Tiger Stadium.
Yep.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.